Why does Kevin Warsh look like that? Growing my portfolio to $1 million. So today the portfolio was up 1.06%. Currently my two investments that I'm in is a 2 times Bitcoin ETF and a 2 times Netflix ETF. And then I want to talk about the Fed. Basically, the Fed leaves interest rates unchanged despite 3 votes for an increase. So basically, the interest rates stayed the same. Nothing happened. But looking at SPY, so let's look at SPY. Let's see. So today on the 30-minute time chart, basically, in the pre-market, basically SPY's 9-day moving average was above the other moving averages, but then you can see that it crossed over. It tried maintaining itself on the 180 and 200-day moving average in the pre-market, completely failed. Tried breaking out of the 180 or 200-day moving average on the 10-minute candle, and it completely failed, so it just collapsed. Basically, once the Fed made a decision on their interest rates, so this was 12, so that's 1. Basically, at 14, the 14-minute candle, basically that's when SPY finally managed to break above the 9-day moving average, and then it made a huge move around 3 o'clock, so the 15-minute candle, but then it completely gave up its gains on the 15:30 candle. So basically, SPY just completely collapsed towards the closing of the day. So where do I see SPY going from here, right? Basically, if interest rates were left unchanged, for me specifically, I see it as a positive for the stock market. As for inflation, I don't know really, but from what I know is that typically, usually after the Fed announces unchanged interest rates, usually the market the next day usually sees a sort of greenish day the next day. So we'll have to see if that's the case. Right now in the after hours market, the SPY is above the 9-day moving average, and currently it is above the 20-day moving average. We'll have to see if in the pre-market, if SPY can maintain itself above these 2 moving averages. So I want to talk about the next thing is that I'm pretty sure you guys know, right? Today, Meta reported earnings. Earnings weren't so good. After hours, they're down 6.66%. Basically, pre-market, they're down tremendously. They're below the 9-day moving average. Short term, I mean, if it can maintain itself above the 9-day moving average for the short term, we could see a bullish uptrend from Meta tomorrow. We'll have to see. Microsoft actually reported earnings. Their earnings were pretty good. They're up 7.36%. And so, yeah, we'll have to see what's in store for Meta tomorrow. For Microsoft tomorrow. The next thing I do want to talk about is the, what is it? Let's see, the $1,000 paper trading challenge. Basically, the thing I want to talk about is that today I made a small trade, which was Apple puts. And I bought Apple puts at 11.41. So looking at Apple at 11.41 on the, not this candle, but this candle right here. Why did it do that? This candle 30. So this candle right here. So basically I got into the 12-minute candle on the 30-minute time chart. And basically, as soon as I saw that Apple approached the 20-day moving average, I got into Apple put options. Basically, I sold out at 12.04 for a loss of $45. So it actually, once I saw that my position was down close to almost 5%, that's when I took note that I need to, get out the position, because my goal of this paper trading challenge is to, when I'm close to either being down 5% or 10%, I'm out the position. I'd rather cut the loss there and move on to the next day and trade. And basically, to take my winners, once the position is up 5 or 10%, that's when I take my winners and, you know, just try to move on to the next day and take another trade. I'm basically trying my best to not revenge trade. So basically, I want to try to, you know, trade each day, even if I take, you know, if one day I take a win, good. If the next day I take a loss, I take a loss. But I know now that, you know, if I'm down 5% or down 10%, okay, cool. Get out the trade, close out your position. Don't revenge trade and wait till the next day. That way, you know, I could possibly get into a better opportunity. And if that better opportunity shows that I can make more than 5 or 10%, cool. I'll stay in for the position for a little bit longer and wait for it to reach, I don't know, a 20% gainer, a 30% gainer. I don't know, right? But for me personally, right now, the goal is to take this $1,000 trading challenge as serious as I can, because I want to actually take a real $1,000 and actually grow it to possibly $2,000 or up all the way to $10,000. So I'll keep you guys updated on this $1,000 paper trading challenge. So basically today I lost $45 trading Apple put options. So the next thing I do want to talk about is that, let's see. I'm not sure if you guys know, but South Korea lately, their market has been crashing. And right now, the South Korean government is trying its best to save its stock market, because it literally plunged that so awfully in these days that the owned South Korean government had to step in and actually do something. So could this spiral over into our market? I mean, I'm not gonna deny it. I feel like it's already happening. The reason I say that is because if you look at this, let's see, SOX. I think that's what it's called. Basically, this 3 times semiconductor ETF, at one point the highest it was at was at 302. Now it's at 91. So basically, it literally gave up all of its gains since April. And if you guys sign up with my Webull link located in the description below, you can get up to 10 free fractional shares. Link will be in the description below. So that is pretty much it. I hope you guys have a good one. Peace.